Alright, this is going to be a reply video to metalx's video, and his video was reply to my Debian sucks video. And first of all, let me clear something up though. I like metalx's video. He's a good guy. I like it, and if you never checked him out, check him out, because I said so, bitch. And as far as Debian, I do like Debian. I just don't like what I pointed out about Debian, about what they install by default. And he said, okay, now we're gonna get to the argument, and we're gonna do judge and jury. Okay, you guys be the judge. Who has the better argument? And hopefully, if he wants to reply to this video, then that's fine. But I already cleared this up in the comments already. But anyways, let's go to what he said in this video. He said that there's like no GUI install for Debian, which is not true. There is a GUI install. There is a stock GNOME that comes with it, and he said this is the way that Debian has it, which is not true. Okay, Debian also has this, right? The desktop environment. These are checked by default, is what I use, and who made this? Debian. Okay, so you can't say anything like that. Now, if this was like Arch, then it will be all my fault, because Arch does not have any GUI. They're basically just terminal, and you build whatever it is on there. So everything you do in Arch is your fault. Okay, there's no one to blame but yourself. Now, if I did it his way, like this, the terminal way, then yeah, I would always say it's my fault. And if I did it this way, and he said this is the correct way or something, I'm not sure, or most people use it. So I guess just because most people use it doesn't mean it's the correct way, If they have two options, guess what? It's still made by Debian. So that's why I blame Debian. But if he said this is true, then everyone that have used Ubuntu over the years that complain about the default apps, it's your fault. You know why? There's an alternative CD, which is like the same thing as he's doing here, right? To install everything yourself, build it on yourself. You use the alternative CD. I have done this before. You build it. You install the GNOME core, you do all that. I don't like to do that. That's why I installed the Ubuntu stock. But they do have that option, people. Not a lot of people know about it, but it does exist. This is how they make PingYOS. This is how they make what was that? Zorin OS, all the other derivatives you can think of. This is how they build their own distro with the alternative CD. I have done it. I know what he's talking about. It's not like it's done something new to me. I just don't like to select the packages myself and do that. And that's what I said to them in the comments. But they think that I don't know this or something, So if you did it this way, Ubuntu, if you install Ubuntu this way, this is all your fault. Okay. But if you install the stock one, like Ubuntu came, I would blame Ubuntu. It's the same reason why I'm blaming Debian, because this is what they made over here, right? This is what you build yourself in the terminal. If I did it this way, I'll blame myself. So it's not any different, like I said. Okay, so that's why I said what I said. And most reviews that you watch, what do they say? They say Ubuntu has this by default, and they crash, like what was that, Unity crash on this thing, whatever, and that they blame Ubuntu. Because why? They supposed to support it. They're supposed to have checked the default behaviors. They're supposed to check all the bugs and all that. And if that happened in Linux Mint, who's gonna be blamed? Linux Mint. So if this happened on Debian, guess who I'm gonna blame? Debian. If this should happen on Windows, guess who I'm gonna blame? Windows. Okay, that's what I say. I blame Debian because they made it, and I didn't install. He said I installed the meta package, which I did not. If I did do that, I would have known about it. But look at this. This is where it came from. Okay, so myth number one has been disproved for that. Just because a lot of people use it this way on Debian doesn't mean nothing. This one exists. Okay, if this one did never exist, then it will all be my fault if I do this. So there you go. That's that. And another point he said was, why do I use Debian SID? I wanted to use Debian SID, and it's not even like a counter argument here, but wait up, let me get a drink first. So I use Debian SID because I heard that Ubuntu is based on Debian SID and sometimes testing and all that. So that's why I want to cut out the middleman and just go and try that out myself, you know, and get the packages instead of waiting for Ubuntu 6 months later, right? And plus, when I was using it, I wasn't really installing any new packages. I was just wanting to remove a package, which that was the default behavior. And I guess, you know, these idiots didn't even check that, you know, people use this. Why the hell did they even made it in the first place is what my you know, thing was about in that video. Why did they make this without even fucking doing any testing with this shit? So that's why I blame Debian, because they clearly, you know, don't think that people are gonna uninstall some of these. What the hell? Of course people are gonna uninstall some of these, you know. So that's my point. And if he says this is the only way, come on now. Ubuntu has two ways, and majority of the people that use Ubuntu, they use the stock. They never heard of the alternative CD. Okay. So if he says this is the correct way, then I'm gonna call all those people that use stock Ubuntu a fucking idiot. If you complain about the defaults, it's your fault, because there's the alternative CD. Build the distro yourself. You know, that's what I get implied on the comments too, not just by him but other people. They say, oh, you chose to build it yourself. So what? Just because you could build it yourself doesn't mean I want to. Okay, they have it here. So I guess the only thing that's my fault is I chose this way. Okay, I chose the red pill instead of the blue pill, I guess. Matrix there for you. And then another thing, he said that I bash a lot of distros. I only bash specific things that I said in that video. If I call someone an idiot, I usually call everyone an idiot. You know, it's not really that much of a deal. People think I do this like to be serious or something. If you see my video, it's actually under comedy for that video, for the Debian Sucks video. So I don't really take it as a serious thing, because it's just fucking software to me, and it's not like it's my job or anything. But I do this as a hobby. Okay. And he said I bashed Fedora. I bashed Fedora like a while back because it was true. I think I disabled that video because I got too many comments that I was just tired of fucking blasting those idiots. You know, they didn't you know, not agree with me. They agree with me. It's just that they didn't like the way I said it. That's the only reason why you know, most of them don't like me, because they know it was true. They just don't want to hear it from me. So that's why. And if I said that about Fedora, and he said like there's a lot of people that use Fedora, so it can't be that bad. Well, I see metalx bash Windows, and he knows there's a lot of people that use Windows, so I don't see any difference between him bashing Windows and me bashing Fedora. Okay, I just said whatever was true, and that's why I said it. I have my own opinion on it, okay, but my opinion is specific to things, you know. And he has an opinion on Windows that he's sticking to, so it doesn't matter if a lot of people use it. It doesn't really matter. Okay, I don't jump on a bandwagon just because it's popular, right? And for everyone that you know, are hearing this, always use something that you feel comfortable, you like. If someone else, you know, sway you from it, then you're not making up your own opinion. You have to make up your own opinion. If you follow someone else's opinion, then you're not sticking for yourself, and that's not the people I want to you know, hang around with. Think for yourself, people. Okay, if you like something, then you like something. Don't care what anyone else say. Okay. So that's that. I don't like Windows that much, but you know, I would never wish it to go away, because I know there's a lot of people that like it. That's why I like Windows to be around. Although I don't use Windows, I don't have a problem using Windows if the time comes, like other people. And then he said people in the comments were helpful. Not really. I didn't see anyone said, hey, do this, and do this, and you'll fix your problem. The only thing they said was use stable. That's not really a fix. That's like, oh, you know what, the new Ubuntu sucks, go back to LTS. What the hell? That's not really doing anything for me, you know. That's like, you know, that's what they're saying, go back to stable. Like I said before, why I don't use stable. Okay. And he said I curse at people. I only curse like I think one guy, because if you want to read his comment, that's why I cursed at him, because he was fucking cursing me. So I'll get back at people, you know. I'm not here just to be like, oh yeah, yeah, just curse at me and I won't do nothing. You know, fuck that. I'll come back at you. You know, and people have known this before. But really, every time I make a video, it's not that people don't agree with me, they just don't like the way I express it. So that's why, at least when I curse or something, at least I know who is listening to the video for what it is, and not for the the comedy or whatever. So it's comedy mixed with information. That's my style. If you don't like it and we don't get along, hey, unsubscribe is not a big deal. I don't care. I don't really care about my subscribers. I like my fans. Fans are different from subscribers, people. Okay, fans actually watch you for what it is and for what it isn't. So there you go. That's my argument. And if you want to play judge and jury, whatever, you be the jury, and vote up or vote down. And this is how you vote, okay, people. Make up your own mind. Don't play favorites, okay? Just because you subscribe to me or whatever, doesn't matter, okay? Make up your own mind. If you think I'm wrong, or you think my defense is weak or whatever, then you put Gotbletu, you're a fucking idiot, you're wrong, okay? If you think I'm right, you say Gotbletu, you're right. Fuck yeah, right? That's it. Vote that in the comments. Don't do the thumb things, because anyone can do the thumb, but you do the comments, then I'll tally it up in 1 week or something, and then if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong and I'll disable the video. Okay, that's it for this one. And if you want to do a reply video, go ahead, and we'll continue this. That's it for this one though.